let's talk about some of the best games launching on Switch this month. Okay, so it's now October, and yes, there's actually some really good games dropping this month, so I wanted to sort of bring them to your attention in case you didn't know about some of these, and hopefully you learned something. So let's crack on. So first off, we've got Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, and yes, this did release on the eShop at the end of last month, but physically, it's due out on the 4th of October. That's why I've, included it on this list. But this is a psychological thriller and narrative game about obsession, manipulation, and madness. So it may be a bit of a tough play for some people, but basically there's 4 different characters, each with their own stories. And well, I actually kind of like challenging themes such as this, so I'm kind of excited about this one. I don't really know what it's going to be like. I've not looked heavily into this, but I read the story and what's going to be happening in it, and I thought, you know what, this actually looks pretty cool, so I wanted to tell you about it. Then on the 6th of October, we've got NieR Automata, the End of YoRHa edition. Now this is basically an action hack and slash sci-fi fantasy game. If you like the play style of Bayonetta or even like Devil May Cry or whatever, then this is for you. And I say Bayonetta because, this is the same company that brings you Bayonetta, which is Platinum Games. The reviews have already surfaced and they are saying the Switch port is excellent, so hyped is an understatement from me. Yes, this launched on other consoles before, and this is kind of like the Switch port, but I'm really, really hyped about this. I've wanted to play this game for ages and I just never did, but now it's coming to Switch. I've got it pre-ordered. Then on the 7th of October, we have No Man's Sky, which is a procedurally generated sci-fi action adventure survival space game. And well, yeah, it launched in 2016 and it was terrible, but over the past 6 years, they've added huge updates, DLCs and patches, and all of them are included in this new Switch version. The only downside is there is a lack of multiplayer on the Switch version, but that doesn't really bother me. So this game, you're in space, you fly through space, you harvest stuff, you land on these planets that are procedurally generated, and it could just go on infinitely, essentially. It looks insane. I'm actually really hyped to play this handheld on the Switch OLED. This is going to be where I'm going to be playing it the most, because yeah, I've got it on PC already, but the Switch version definitely entices me way more to just jump in and sit wherever I want and enjoy this game. I'm really hyped. Then we've got Dragon Ball The Breakers on 14th of October. Now, I don't really know a lot about this, but it does look really cool. It's an online multiplayer survival co-op game where essentially someone plays as the Raider, which is either Cell, Frieza, or Majin Buu, and their aim is to basically take out all the other players. Whereas if you're not the Raider, your job is basically to survive either alone or as a team and try and take out these Raiders, essentially. Now, you can customize stuff, there's different perks and different talents and stuff that you can do. It just looks like a good bit of online fun. Might not be one that I pick up, but looking at the trailer and stuff, it does look really cool, and I wanted to let you know in case you're a massive Dragon Ball fan. Then we've got Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope on the 20th of October. Now, don't shoot me, I'm not a big turn-based fan, so I haven't really gotten into this series. I've not played the previous one either, but I know loads are super hyped for this game, and they really, really enjoyed the first one. So, I've included it on the list for that reason, in case you're somebody that's going to love this and maybe didn't realize about it. But it does look really cool. It's just not one I'll be picking up personally. Then we've got a new Borderlands game. So the new Tales from the Borderlands launches on the 21st of October. So this is the latest Borderlands Tales game. So this is a story-focused game. So basically it's not the typical first-person shooter Borderlands that you may know. This instead is more like the Telltale style of games. It's not really my thing, but you basically follow 3 new characters that are different from the first Borderlands Tales games. I know some people will be a bit sad about that, but it does still look really cool, and I thought, well, if this is your thing, then maybe you'll love it. Then we got Persona 5 Royal launching on 21st of October. So this is definitely going to be a huge game. This is the definitive edition of Persona 5 Royal with tons of added content. I've never played any Persona games before myself, and I thought that meant that I couldn't really play them unless I played them all, but no, apparently Persona 5 is a self-contained story, and it could be played despite not playing any of the others. And yeah, it does look really cool. It looks right up my street. Going around Tokyo, it just looks really wacky, really fun, and yeah, I probably will pick this up at some point. But you know, it is a slightly more expensive game, like to buy physically and even digitally, but that's just the case with these games. And then finally, we've got Bayonetta 3 launching on the 21st of October. Now this is by far like the pinnacle of games launching this year for me. I'm a huge Bayonetta fan. I love Bayonetta 1 and 2, just always have. They're so good. Played them on the channel. I've live streamed them, so you could probably go and check them out on the channel if you wanted to. But yeah, this is made by Platinum Games, and it is going to be a top tier Platinum game, right? This is just amazing. It's a hack and slash game. You play as Bayonetta as well as the new girl. And yeah, it just looks fantastic. You're a witch, and I'm not going to go too into it because I've done whole videos about Bayonetta 3, like everything you need to know. But if you're seeing the gameplay right now and you're thinking this looks really cool, well, then before you do anything, go down there and subscribe first and like this video, and then go and check this video out, which is all about Bayonetta. It's pretty much everything that we know about the last drop of information. There was a dedicated video, like a massive video, and I take it apart, tell you all about it, and we go through loads of new features and all that good stuff. It is going to be amazing. I am so hyped for Bayonetta 3. So go and check this video out and subscribe just to it.